Noahide idea.
I can hear or imagine that some of our audience will probably object to the idea that some religions could be compatible, for example, if they are polytheists. But how would you respond to that?
As Jews see it, as Judaism sees it,
Yeah.
sort of classical Judaism as a Torah sees it. You have all the nations, and the nations have their own cultures and their own traditions and their own practices. However, they do regard that the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is the one true God. And if other nations with other cultures and other practices and other laws want to come and worship the one true God, they can offer offerings in the temple and to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, but they must also swear to observe certain principles, 7 principles of civilization, which even if their religion doesn't teach these things, they have to sort of reform, adopt these 7 principles, these called the 7 laws of Noah, which are the laws of the Ger, the laws of the alien resident, and they will be accepted as part of the Am Israel, a part of the family of the people of Israel. So this is a very Jewish point of view.
Yeah.
Yes,
Can I just ask? I'm sorry to belabor the point. Those 7 sort of conditions, do they go way back? Are they like quite ancient, or are these formulations that came later?
Well, it's coming from the Mishnah, the oral Torah. The oral Torah is supposed to have been revealed at Mount Sinai with the written Torah, and it was passed down generation to generation. Interestingly enough, the Karaites are a type of Jew who reject that, but all other types of Jews accept this. So Karaite Judaism wouldn't say that there were only 7 basic laws which was passed down. They would instead go to the Torah itself, and they would have many, many more laws for a complete Sharia, if you like, for the Noahites to follow. They wouldn't call them Noahites; they call them Gerim. But
okay, let's.
But for Judaism, those 7 principles come from the rainbow, 7 colors of the rainbow in Noah when he came up with the covenant. Sorry. Yeah,
I wonder, is there a connection?
Each color of the rainbow stands for one of the laws.
Oh wow. Okay, so I'm kind of thinking aloud. I'm wondering if the Christian tradition of 7 sacraments. I wonder, does that spring from it in some way? It seems.
7 deadly sins, possibly. Yeah. 7 deadly sins again. Actually, you know what? Who was it? I think it was Augustine of Hippo actually wrote about this. We could talk about it another time if you want. But there's actually a long in the early Christianity. There's a strong connection between this Acts 15 and the laws for the righteous Gentiles.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of reference to Jewish tradition in this in early Christianity.
Yeah.
It was even there as late, just about 500 years ago. They were still talking about that when Protestants sort of Reformation started. A lot of the Protestants were referring back to that too. And that is when the Jews and the Torah allows you to gather. We talked earlier about this, the court of the Gentiles. These Gentiles who want to worship the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of Israel, to bring them in. They're called Hagarim, and that means the proselytes. So I suggest that the correct etymology of Hagarims is from the Syriac form of the Hebrew word Hagarim. Now, a Syriac form. It's not actually correct Syriac. It's a corruption. I'll explain that later. Of the Hebrew word Hagarim. In Judaism, Hagar is called Keturah. Okay, she's not called Hagar. She's called Keturah. And Hagar, Keturah Hagar, where Hagar is a title meaning the proselyte, the convert, the pilgrim.
This is really amazing stuff. Yeah. So I think probably 99% of our viewers probably have always assumed that Hagar was the name of that mistress of Abraham, but it's actually, that's the title. Her real name was Keturah.
Yeah, Keturah, yes. And if you look at the Bible, people say that Abraham had 3 wives, or Sarah, and then Hagar, and then Keturah. Keturah is always ignored. But the Jewish narrative is that Keturah is Hagar. Hagar and Keturah is the same person. Keturah Hagar means Keturah the proselyte, or Keturah the convert, Keturah the pilgrim, if you like. And the plural form of Hagar is Hagarim, the plural form, so that means the proselytes. Hagarim means the proselytes. And they are the Proto-Karaite and the Karaite equivalent of what are called Noahites in Orthodox Judaism. Now, the interesting thing about that is when you convert this references to these Gerim into the Targums in Aramaic, in Babylonian Aramaic, the word for Hagarim is Muslimite, and this predates Islam by hundreds of years. So Hagarim and Muslimite, these are the same people according to Judaism, always have been. There's nothing new here. That's
So this term proselyte, can you explain what exactly we mean by proselyte?
So the proselyte, it means convert or proselyte, or somebody who attaches themselves to the nation of Israel to worship the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And the God of Abraham, this is what we talked about earlier, the Noahite laws, the 7 laws of Noah. They would observe certain laws. And I've got a little picture here of a Ger Toshav certificate, which means that the proselyte, or resident proselyte certificate, or the resident alien certificate, a resident pilgrim certificate, by Rabbi Gila Razel Raphael from ritualwell.org. And it's just an example to show you that it's not mainstream Judaism. This is a fringe form of Judaism, like Proto-Karaite Judaism or Messianic Judaism, and they still have this the Ger concept. They want to get the Ger in. So it says that the concept of Ger Toshav, technically resident alien, originated in the Torah. Today we would refer to such members of the Jewish community as fellow travelers, pilgrims, people who are or sojourners, people who are not Jewish but who are committed to supporting the Jewish people and being an ally of the Jewish people. Below is a document that can be used to affirm one's identity as a Ger Toshav. More information on this topic can be found at their website, shekhinah.com, Ger Toshav HTML. And then it says you've got this statement. So you would make this declaration in front of your 3 rabbis and your 18, and you'd also be immersed. You'll be baptized at this time. You'll be immersed and you'll join the greater, sort of wider nation or wider people of Abraham. You wouldn't be an Israelite, but you'd be part of the sort of the people of Abraham at this point.
Okay. So essentially, the proselytes